Coming up, Tillamook rallies with a clear message: hands off. We stop by the Nehalem Food Pantry to see community care in action. United Paws shares this week's must-know cat tip. The White Clover Grange kicks off spring with its colorful Gardenfest, and Pioneer staff meteorologist Gordon McCraw has your weekend weather forecast. I'm Frank Squillo with those stories and more on the Pioneer Weekend Review. Sponsored by Wanda's Cafe and Bakery in Nehalem. Open daily from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. for breakfast, brunch, or lunch. Over 500 Tillamook County residents hit the streets on Saturday, joining a nationwide day of peaceful protest. The April 5th demonstrations marked the largest single day of action since Trump began his second term as president. Locally, protesters called on both Trump and tech billionaire Elon Musk to stop interfering with programs they say are essential to the community. From healthcare to internet access, speakers said that these services are lifelines in rural areas like Tillamook County, and they should not be on the chopping block. Back on March 29th, more than 100 volunteers rolled up their sleeves in the Tillamook State Forest for a major spring trail cleanup. The crew tackled 10 miles of the Wilson River Trail, clearing brush, fixing drainage, and cutting back overgrown vegetation, all to get the popular path ready for summer hikers and bikers. The trail party was a team effort, organized by the State Forest Trust of Oregon, the Northwest Trail Alliance, and the Oregon Department of Forestry, with help from Trail Keepers of Oregon, Westside Trail Federation, and Oregon Equestrian Trails. Want to get your hands dirty and give back to the trails? Well, you can volunteer with any of those partner groups. We'll drop their links in our YouTube description. Nehalem Bay Community Services is making a big difference on the North Coast, caring for our community through food, clothing, and compassion. From the food pantry to senior meal services and even pet supplies, NBCS is a lifeline for neighbors in need.
Hi, I'm Bobby Mosher, and I am the one that kind of started most of the programs that you will find, our outreach programs here, located in the basement of Nehalem Bay United Methodist Church.
Okay, another thing that happens at our church here that is not under the umbrella of the church anymore, but is under the Nehalem Bay Community Services is Nehalem Senior Lunches, or NSL. Our chef is Doug Dickey, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, lunches are served here in the fellowship hall at the church, and we also provide lunches for our homebound that have signed up with us. These go out twice a week to the homebound, and then twice a week lunches are available here. They're a balanced meal, and menus are printed up once a month, so you can always check and see which days you'd like to come in. Seating is at 11:30, and lunch is served at noon.
I'd like to ask your assistance, your help, in helping us help our neighbors. Not all of us are fortunate enough to have our own home and to have food to put on our table for every meal. Please consider donating, whether it's product or whether it's monetary donations. Remember your neighbor, care for your neighbor, and we know that you are blessed because of this, and you have blessed them. And we thank you with a very, very full heart.
Next week, join us as NBCS volunteer Kathleen Larson takes us on a guided tour of the Nehalem Pantry. Donations are always welcome to support this essential work, and a link to donate is on our YouTube page. If you want to keep your cat healthy, here's the number one thing you can do: feed them a quality wet food diet. Veterinarians and rescue groups like the United Paws say feeding only dry kibble isn't ideal. Why? Because cats naturally get much of their hydration from food, and dry food just doesn't cut it. Modern house cats are descended from desert-dwelling felines, and in the wild, their prey provided the moisture they needed. Without that, cats, especially males, can become chronically dehydrated, which may lead to urinary tract issues. United Paws recommends adding a splash of water to your cat's dry food to help keep them hydrated and healthy. Next week, we'll talk about how to transition your cat from dry to wet food, so stay tuned.
Unfortunately, Gordon's voice is out of commission, but he will be back for the next edition of Pioneer Week in Review. On Friday, conditions continue to improve, though we do see cooler temperatures. That patchy morning fog possible through mid-morning. Otherwise, look for a mostly sunny day with winds becoming northwesterly 5 to 10. Tomorrow's high only near 53. Tomorrow night, with calm winds and partly cloudy skies, the low drops to near 39. In comes a slight chance of showers on Saturday as a weak disturbance rises the flow across the area. The high near 54, then mostly clear skies Saturday night signal radiational cooling will allow the overnight lows to drop down to near 36, with some patchy morning fog possibly giving us a slight chance of frost also. By Sunday, we can enjoy another high-pressure ridge, bringing in some mostly sunny skies and warmer temperatures, with the afternoon high temperature forecasted to reach 63. Overnight lows are warming and only going down to the mid-40s. The nice weather looks like it hangs around through at least the middle of next week.
Get ready to dig into spring. The White Clover Grange is hosting its Spring Gardenfest on Saturday, April 12th from 11 till 3, and you're invited to this family-friendly event with free admission. You'll find everything from spring plant starts and perennials to garden art, farmers market goods, and a community seed exchange. There'll be hands-on booths on composting, soil microbes under the microscope, herbal salves, and even an art table for the kids. Need a break? Well, then step into the tiny tea room. And if the sun's out, catch local blacksmith Gary Lewis firing up his forge for live ironwork demos. Mark your calendars, April 12th at the White Clover Grange. And that's this week's review. I'm Frank Squillo. On behalf of the entire Pioneer team, thank you for watching. You can help in our work by liking, subscribing, and sharing the video. Please join us next week for another edition of the Pioneer Week in Review.